Let's talk about the war with Iran. Today, President Trump announced that he did plan to attack Iran tomorrow, but is now holding off. As Natalie Brand reports, the war is having more Americans feeling more and more concerned about the economy.
President Trump in a new social media post said he's not going ahead with a planned attack of Iran tomorrow, saying serious negotiations are now taking place. But he warned that a full large-scale assault of the country could happen on a moment's notice if a deal isn't reached.
I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal. And if we can do that where there's no nuclear weapon going into the hands of Iran.
Iran says it's focused entirely on an agreement to end the war, but has not discussed any details on nuclear matters, the Trump administration's top issue.
The Iranians want to stretch this as far as they can go. The regime feels it's back against the wall here. And the longer this continues, as we've seen with these polls coming out that are, pretty terrifying if you're looking at this heading into a midterm election.
New CBS News polling shows around 76% of Americans feel concerned about the economy, and more describing gas prices as a financial hardship since the beginning of the war with Iran. Around 2/3 of Americans also said they view the president's policies as making the economy worse in the short term. It's a concern on the campaign trail ahead of the primaries in battleground states like Pennsylvania.
This whole war situation, I think we spent more than what we're going to gather for it.
In Kentucky, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth rallied in support of a former Navy SEAL challenging Republican Congressman Thomas Massie, who's often at odds with the president on issues including the war in Iran.
President Trump does not need more people in Washington who are trying to make a point.
Hegseth is being criticized for campaigning when defense officials traditionally remain apolitical. The Pentagon says he's appearing in his personal capacity. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.